Welcome to the Lead with Your Soul podcast. I'm Michelle Wright, your host and fellow traveler on this journey of self-discovery. This podcast is designed for women navigating life transitions and yearning to embrace their true selves. I'll be sharing my personal journey from navigating the complexities of divorce and blending families to reshaping my career to something that resonates with my soul. With 3 decades as a teacher and mentor, I'm here to share insights, heartfelt stories, and practical strategies. Together, we'll explore how to cultivate self-love and create the vibrant, fulfilling life you deserve. Join me each week as we dive deep into the art of living authentically. Welcome to the Lead with Your Soul podcast. My name is Michelle Wright, and I am your host. We are here for March Messages for Your Soul. I'm once again going to be pulling some cards and getting you to think about which messages, which images, which words are really kind of sparking and sitting with your own soul. Take those and leave the rest. Another interesting thing is that when you listen to this at different times, you might find that different points resonate as you move through the month. So that is interesting. You might want to grab a journal, write down some of the ideas that are connecting with you. To start our time together, I'm once again going to take my Palo Santo and just put it in my candle, just creating sacred space, setting the intention that no matter when you come across this message, that you're going to find words, images, thoughts that are for your highest good as you move forward in your own life. So I'm just taking the Palo Santo and the beautiful smoke of the Palo Santo and just setting that intention, calling in my spirit team, my angels, your spirit team, and your angels, no matter where and when you are. Just taking that deep breath, putting your hand on your heart, knowing that the universe is with us and wants the best for us. Just taking deep breaths, just getting into the seat of our soul. Listening with your heart and listening with your body, listening with your soul. I'm now going to switch so that you can see my table. Once again, I pulled some cards for us just to start the overall arching theme and thought, and you'll see how they're tying into the different cards. And I tend to go through using similar cards. So these are the cards that I have out this time. You know, different seasons and times I have different decks. So I'll explain that to you as I move through and change them up. So for today, this is the numerology deck from Michelle Buchanan. And the one I pulled today was number 33, communication. And you can see 33 is also a master number. And in numerology, you can look up, find out what is your number. And communication for this month of March is really about you having the courage and the willingness to speak your very own truth. And you see that here. You see that in the blue. You see it in the light. And this here, it's the color of our root chakra, the color of being grounded and knowing where we are in space, and then moving up into our throat chakra and having the courage to speak our truth, to communicate. And sometimes we can communicate through writing. So sometimes I will actually find that this is, for me, a call to journal, a call to really process through different things that are going in my life by journaling. Maybe you're a songwriter. Maybe you're a poet. Maybe you like to sing. This is a time to go through and communicate. How are you going to be communicating and using your creativity? And really grounding yourself in that communication and moving yourself forward. So that's an important piece for March. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out for this month. And if you haven't, grab yourself a bit of cup of tea, hit pause and grab some tea. So yeah, you can relax and take in the messages. We're going to start once again with the Light Seer Tarot from Chris Ann Donnelly. And I'm going to be pulling. So what is the information? What are the energies that we learned in February that we're going to be pulling through into our month of March? Okay. These were some of the themes that we definitely had. So one of the first things is the Six of Pentacles, Pentacles being that suit, that earth suit, that suit of everyday living, work, money, abundance, family. And Six of Pentacles is about reciprocity. It's about even giving and receiving. And we had that a lot last month. So what they're trying to get you to pull forward and move forward with is, how are you continuing to not only give, but receive? I find for many women, it's really difficult to receive. We find it easy to give our loved ones, give our children, give our spouses, give our sisters, brothers, parents. It's easy to give, and it's really hard often just to stop and receive the compliments, receive the love, receive the gifts, receive the help that we need. And they're getting you to really look, how are you giving and receiving? This might even be, how are you giving and receiving this month with your spirit team? How are you doing that? How are you giving and receiving and communicating? How is that tying in? The Eight of Cups is another powerful card. So last month, we actually went through this. So this is an energy that is ending. So the Eight of Cups is the suit of water. It's the suit of emotions, relationships, intuition. And as you can see, we have this cup and she's walking away into the light. And that's exactly what we did last month. Last month, we really took stock about what we were going to move forward with and what we were going to let go of, what we were going to leave behind because it no longer served us. So we did that last month. It was very powerful. If by chance you still have some of these things that you have to figure out what you need to leave behind as you walk forward into the best of who you are, into your highest version of yourself, and you create the life that you want, this is a good reminder. What do you need to do? Is there anything else you need to leave behind? Do a mental check. Maybe do a journal, maybe do a meditation around this. See what you need to just walk away from. The next one that we did also last month, and it did come in a different tarot, was the Eight of Swords. This one is a very powerful picture of it. Last month, we had it with the journal, the Eight of Swords trying to get the key to the journal. In here, it's the exact same thing. So it is moving away. So last month, we really had to harness our own thinking and figure out, are we going to, here you can see this girl, she's looking in the mirror and she's actually not really tied up, but in her mind, she's tied up. She's actually tied up in her thinking. She can't move. She's immobilized. And often when we focus on our fears, when we focus on those cyclical thoughts, sometimes I find it's around things I've done, all those things, and I wish wouldn't have done that. And I can actually be in the past where I have no more power in the past. I can't do anything about what happened. I have to move forward. So this is a reminder of checking your thinking. Are you in control of your thinking? Are you still sitting in fear, lack, scarcity, worry? Or have you moved and shifted into controlling your thinking, making sure it's towards the light, your light, and that filling up your heart, allowing your heart to be filled with the goodness around you, and perhaps communicating. Maybe this is a time where this has been really difficult. Maybe you have to journal, communicate with yourself. Maybe there's people that you need to talk to, set some good boundaries, maybe communicate with them because they're part of this story. They're part of making some changes in your life that allow the Eight of Cups and the Eight of Swords to be finished with as you move forward. We're going to be pulling our Colette Baron Reid Animal Spirit. What is the energy for that this is talking about? So the energy, this is her Animal Spirit deck. So it is the energy of Antelope Spirit. Life is speeding up. So isn't that true? That's why you have to do this work here. And you have to recognize how you're living in reciprocity with yourself, in equal giving and receiving, because life is going to be speeding up. So these are the basic things you need to have in place. Seems like March is now going to be, okay, this is what we did in February. We had a lot of heavy lifting and cleaning up in February. If you still need to work on that, do that now, right in the beginning here, because life's going to start speeding up as we move through. Once again, if you haven't looked at the different astrology that's happening in 2025, just go on YouTube and look up. There's just some huge planet shifts that are going, and then you can figure out how they're moving in your own chart. So our next line that we're going to pull some tarot on is what are the challenges that we're going to have this month? And as always, challenges are not something to fear. Challenges are not something to worry about. Challenges are the opportunities for us to grow and expand and really heal in these areas. So we want to, if life is speeding up, this allows us to say, okay, if we really go through some real good healing and letting go in these areas, we can allow ourselves to move more into light and speed up. So that's what we want. And so this month, what are we being invited in our challenges to really expand in, to heal in, to let the light in? So we have the Nine of Wands. This time it's an energy that's ending. We have the Six of Pentacles again. So isn't that interesting? And Temperance. Temperance is a major arcana card. What's important here is one thing you might have noticed is each time I use a different tarot deck. And the reason why I use a different tarot deck for each line is because it allows me to look at what are some of the energies mathematically, if you were to look at shuffling a deck and the actual probability of pulling the same card along four different rows, it's pretty high. It would be a huge chance probability of that actually happening. But with spirit, anything's possible. So I always find it a powerful message using 4 different tarot decks and looking at the threads and messages that are coming through. So if you think, now we have the Nine of Wands yet again coming in, but this time it's ending. So it really is looking at cleaning up for yourself, those boundaries. Wands is that creativity, passion. This is the Nine of Wands, is that card where they've been in a battle there and they're at the end. It's the last stand. It's the end. And so they have to figure out, what are they standing for now? Do they need to be as vigilant in this war? You've got a lot of wounds, a lot of things have been going on. And what do you need to let go of? What do you need to stand for? Here, I often find for me, this is around my boundaries. Where are the boundaries that I need to hold firm on? Where are the boundaries for myself that allow an equal giving and receiving? Because sometimes I'm in these boundaries of people pleasing. And so that's a boundary that I have that can be really difficult. Interesting enough, we have the Six of Pentacles again in challenge. So this is really talking about, this is going to be a challenge for you this month. Finding an equal giving and receiving. And often it is more about receiving. So how are you communicating what you need from those around you? And that sometimes can be really hard to ask for what we need. As a single mom, especially, I found that hard to ask for help when I needed it, because it was hard. You had to be vulnerable to ask from my loved ones. Even right now with my husband, instead of moving into anger, just saying, you know what, I need you to just listen to me right now. I need you to turn off the hockey game and I just need you to listen. I need you to affirm what I'm saying. That's what I need. And so communicating what your needs are, communicating what's going to fill your cup, what's going to fill your bucket. And that might be why it's coming in again, is because how are you communicating your needs? How are you communicating what you're doing for others? And the temperance is coming in, a major arcana. The temperance, this is a beautiful angel and moving, pouring. And here, temperance is about balance. And when we find balance, I often find temperance is calling me to have balance with my emotions and my thinking. So my analytical mind can often just get the best of me, and I sit analyzing everything. And sometimes then my emotions aren't there. So it's really about how are you finding balance? It is echoing even at a higher level in your life because it's a major arcana, the balance of the Six of Pentacles. In your everyday life, where are you out of balance? Are you exercising not at all or too much? This card also comes up for me when I recognize I've been through difficult things. And as I said, I can be dense. And so I find that I'm not moving. And this is a reminder that I actually need to start walking. I need to start moving. I need to start getting the energy going. Or maybe I, am just eating really crap food, because that's another thing I do when things get tough. And this is reminding me balance means we have to also feed our bodies for health. Might be looking for balance in how you're eating. How is your sleeping? Are you having a balanced life so that you can sleep well? Or is your mind still getting the better of you and you're not being able to sleep? Temperance is really that balance. Are you connecting with people? Are you finding that balance that you need, putting up these wonderful boundaries so you can find balance in your life? Maybe you're a people pleaser like me, which means I would say yes to a lot of things. And busy people often keep on becoming busy people. So that might be an area that you need to look at. It's really getting you to look at balance, giving and receiving, and having clear boundaries. The Judith Orloff cards are our surrender. So I wonder what we're being asked to surrender to this month as we're growing, as we're expanding, as we're healing. What are we being asked to surrender? Surrender your belief in scarcity. The universe is asking you to open the infinite nature of abundance. In this way, you can remove blocks in your life and succeed beyond your wildest dreams. Powerful. So as life speeds up, often good things speed up. It's not bad things, but good things. You've been doing all this hard work. You've been moving into hope and healing, and you've been working really hard. So you have to surrender to the belief of scarcity, which means that you have to believe that the universe is abundant, and you have to communicate that. A big piece for me when I do my rituals is actually asking for what I want. And so I would call it a God box, but whatever you want to call it, it might be a dream box. And I would write the things that I wanted. I would write them on little slips of paper. I wanted actually to do this for a living. I wanted different things to come in my life. And so I wrote them down and I put them in there. I was communicating with my spirit team. I was communicating to the universe. What I wanted to actually believe in the infinite possibilities of the universe. So as you move through this and you're finding that a huge thing in scarcity is coming from a Judeo-Christian background of church, you know what? It was like, oh, we have to have nothing, that we actually have to have scarcity in our life to be good. And if you don't have that, maybe you also have to work through and balance that in your life and kind of figure out where you're with that. Now I figured out that having abundance doesn't just mean that I'm doing good for other people, that I'm doing good, then I get good happening to me. Just me taking a breath means that I have the right to receive absolute abundance from the universe.
Just being a human on this earth means that. And I just need to open myself up to that, not have the scarcity of, oh, no, you can't have too much. Can't ask for too much. No, don't ask for too much. No, this is about opening up to the absolute abundance in so many aspects of your life. Abundance can actually be financial, but it can be abundance in health, abundance in relationship, abundance in time and meditation. So, what are the ways that you're surrendering to scarcity and focusing on abundance? That's an area you're going to be growing in. So, next, what are the ways that your spirit team is going to be gifting you this month? Yes. What are the gifts that are coming to you? They're going to help you in your hope healing, help you creating the life that you want, the authentic life that you want. So we have the Hermit, we have the Two of Pentacles, and we have the Ten of Swords. Interestingly enough, all of these cards are in protection. All of these cards are upside down. So then is the energy, you always have to ask yourself, is the energy coming in? Is the energy leaving? Or is the energy being blocked? As you think for your own reading, you're going to be figuring out what you need. The gift that we have, the Hermit. The Hermit, I see this coming in. The Hermit is taking time. The Hermit always has a light, and this light is actually our own inner light. So as our world is speeding up, the Hermit is just taking time and stock for yourself. So where do you take time for your own light to shine? And actually to really get a feeling. So this is something they're asking you to bring in this month. Where do you feel your soul? And can you feel your angels and spirit team around you? Can you feel them connecting to you? Can you feel the love of the universe for you? Can you feel your love for yourself? Your heart warming up? Lots of times this light that's in here, I imagine this flame inside of me. And I imagine this flame as I'm breathing in and out, just continuing to grow and grow until I have this beautiful bright light just surrounding me. And I set the intention that all my spirit team, all the angels, the universe just has their hand around this bubble. And each time I'm breathing, they're just healing me. They're just healing me. They're helping me. And they're just helping me to be the happiest, healthiest, and best version of what I am. Because what they know is that when we fill our own hearts, our own light, that we become that beacon of light for everyone around us and the entire world. And we offer that same hope and healing to everyone around us. So the Hermit is a time of really getting you to find that time for you to really listen and know your own light and build your own light. So that's your gift this month, finding that time. The Two is the suit of everyday living, just like up here I said, it's a earth suit, everyday living, work, home, family, abundance. And here, the Two of Pentacles is really, again, about balance. So we have a lot about finding our balance and our rhythm this month. Here, I'm getting that coming in again. So this energy is coming in, really figuring out in your life as you find time to be quiet and find your light and really lean into feeling who you truly are at your soul level. It's about finding that balance, because it's also not just staying in Hermit, all isolated and by yourself, but with this new light. What does it sound like, look like? How do you communicate like that? How do you communicate in that light and love with all of those around you? Do you feel the difference? Do you feel the difference of the vibration? Finding that balance, very powerful. The Ten of Swords we actually had last month. And once again, it was in protection. So I really feel this energy is leaving us as we're speeding up into this light. You're letting go. You are once again letting go of all the ways. Swords is our thinking. Swords is air, communication, and we're letting go. So it's a dark, hard card. Last month in that tarot deck, it was a card where the person was laying on the ground and they actually had 10 swords poking into them and blood everywhere. It's gruesome. It's yucky. But it's really about that moment of difficulty and then moving into the light past that. So it's not just about that. It's like about recognizing, yes, I did do that, but now the gift of that darkness I'm bringing forward with me. I'm bringing forward the light because this 10 of swords, I'm moving forward. It's no longer there. I have stood up and I'm moving into the light. I'm moving into the hope and healing because I can feel myself. I have that balance. And all I've learned from the darkness is now a gift to me. It's not a gift, and it's going to be part of the story that I can carry and help me move forward. Ooh, very powerful. So we're going to find out using the Lantern Oracle deck. Oh, I should probably let you know, this was the Cosmic Wisdom Tarot, and this one is the Wild Reflections Tarot. And now we have the Lantern Oracle. We're going to find out what energy this month is it going to help us with. Perspective. So we're really looking at perspective. So this month, how you're going to be getting your gifts is a calm and clear mind is free to see perspectives. And that really is true when you look about the perspective of yourself in the world and seeing the light. Where are you in relation to those around you and to what you want? Your perspective and how you see that is important. If your perspective is one where you surrender to abundance and now you're in the vibration of abundance, you call abundance to you. If you are still in the perspective of the darkness of the 10 of swords and you haven't moved towards healing, you haven't said, I've learned from that, now I'm going to move forward into the hope and healing, and your perspective is still in the darkness, that's what you're going to be feeling. If you move instead into the light of it, saying, I can learn from that, right? We learn from when we fall down. We learn from our challenges, and we learn that we are so strong. As we move inside of ourselves, we are strong. We are not victims, and we can move forward. And when you move forward with that perspective of abundance, when you move forward with that perspective of true light and love that you are at your soul level, at your, what I hear right now is just the singing of the angels, just singing how beautiful and wonderful we all are. And earth is hard. Living here is hard. Transitions, changes is hard. But when we connect with our souls and we connect with the abundance around us and the love around us, we vibrate at a different level. And so choose which perspective that you want to live in. I invite you to choose this perspective and communicate from that light and love. Communicate with others and those around you in a way that really helps them grow in their light and love. How are you communicating that for yourself? So maybe that's through some of your journals. How are you communicating for those loved ones around you, helping them see their own light and love and ways that they have overcome the darkness and are moving into the light? Be that voice of this world that is bringing that perspective change. So now we're going to finish with the Hand Tarot by Jamie Sawyer. And we're going to wonder overall. So for the month of March, overall, what are some of the energies that we can focus on in this month? Overall, what are some of the messages that are coming to us? We have the 10 of Wands, the Page of Wands, and the King of Cups. Very powerful message. So what's happening in here The Ten of Wands. Wands is about, it's the fire sign. It's about creativity, passion. The Ten of Wands is about, there's still a lot of work. Tens of Wands is about carrying a huge load and recognizing this month, there's still a lot of work to do. Life is speeding up, but there's still a lot of work in our healing, a lot of work in shifting our perspectives. So this is still a heavy month for moving and recognizing that. So for me, then when it moves into the Page of Wands, once again, that fire, this person's going roller skating. The Page of Wands is about that passion, that fire, and creativity. So where is your balance in working hard with your thinking, with your heart, with your communicating, and finding times to just go have fun and just blast it out there? Go roller skating, go playing cards, go, I don't know, whatever brings you fun. Go do that. Go find people to go do that with. Really enjoy that, because we need to have that balance. Up here, it's talking about balance between working hard and having fun. Because then we move into the King of Cups. The King of Cups is the highest level of the cups. Cups is about our emotions, our relationships, our intuition. And King of Cups is when we really feel that we've got it covered. We're really resonating at that high level of, I feel good with my emotions. I know when I need to rest. I know when I need to take a break. I know when I need to put my hand on my heart. I know when I need to go run it off because I'm angry and frustrated. I know when I need to work hard in order to get the things that I want in my life. And I feel good about it. I feel good about who I'm with. And I'm communicating well. I'm communicating easily with those around me. And I just am in good relationship with myself and others. It's just working well. So overall, finding that balance of hard work, finding that fun, and recognizing where you are just kicking ass and taking names because you're doing well. Celebrate yourself, because this is a lot of hard work in our emotions, in our relationships, in our feelings, and communicating with ourselves and others. And so it's saying, celebrate that, recognize how you are at the top of your game and doing so well. I'm going to pull from the Sacred Rebels deck, Alana Fairchild. Yeah, so what is the energy, the oracle card that would go with this line overall? It's a time of new birth, guarded vigilantly. So why is that important? It's because as we do this and as you want to guard it, it's like the new shoot in spring. The new shoots when you have a brand new thing starting. We need to take care of it because we're just beginning it and it's not yet hardy enough to weather through a frost or weather through a huge storm or lots of rain. So we have to guard our growing. We have to guard everything that we're doing right now. We need to take care of it. And we need to have such joy with ourselves and speak that and say, you're doing really well. You're doing a lot of new things now because you're moving into abundance. You're moving into changing your perspective. And doing those things are hard. They're hard work. And so sometimes you're going to do it well, and sometimes you're still going to falter. So you have to have such deep self-compassion for yourself and just say, you know what? I'm just gonna be really kind with myself as I make these changes, as I make these movements forward. I'm just gonna be really kind because when you're starting something new, it's hard. I don't know if you ever learned how to ride a bike or if you ever learned skiing. You fall a lot in the beginning and you have to take care. You have to take care of yourself because it's hard work starting something new. Guard that. Guard that newness because it's special. You're never going to be this new like this again. And so at this point of the spiral, you really want to say, this is so good, and take care of it. So now we're going to pull some overall energy for this month from Asha Frost, our medicine oracle deck from Asha Frost, sacred medicine. What is the energy for this month? It's the Mosaic. So beautiful. It's about pieces. To me, it ties a lot with that. It's about we are made of so many pieces, and our perspective needs to be one where we integrate them. What it makes me think about is that I think of myself when I was 15, when I was 20, when I was 21, and all these different versions of myself. You know what? I was doing the best that I could. And they were all these pieces of my life. And I really was doing the best that I could. And I've learned so much. So it's bringing all of these pieces into this sacred mosaic of who you are today, at this moment, at this time, loving each and every piece of you. And there's pieces that are still yet to come because we have so much left to be. And so we are a mosaic of all the people around us, all of our experiences, and to be kind, loving, and compassionate and self-forgiving for us when we made mistakes, and enjoy the mosaic that we are. Enjoy every version of who we have been and who we will be. It's just a powerful. If you just think about that, healing yourself right now in this moment actually heals all your line throughout all moments of time past you and all moments of time forward. Just loving yourself in every version of who you've been, just wholly who you are now, this mosaic. So if you're an art person and like to communicate through art, maybe you take pictures or magazines and you actually create a mosaic of yourself. Maybe you cut things up and you do that. Or maybe you have a video snippet, a mosaic of yourself, and that you love every version of who you have been. For me, I love the woman that married my husband. I love the woman that had the courage to divorce my husband. I love the woman who had the courage to spend 10 years just healing and parenting and growing. And I love the version of the woman who remarried and blended. I love the version of the woman who lived in her passion in her work. I love the version of the woman who realized that she no longer was living in her passion and had to choose something else. And during that, it was really scary. I love the version of the mother I was with my babies and who they are now at 26, 27, and 25. I love all those versions. The ones that I made mistakes in, but they really helped me build perspective of who I am. We're getting ready for a big trip. My husband and I, we're going actually to New Zealand and Australia. Kids are helping us take care of our animals and our house. And we're a blended family. I have 2 kids. My husband comes with 2 kids. And we're very intentional how we blended our family. And so last night we said to our kids with their partners, why don't you guys come home? We're going to have time together, play some games, and just get ready to go on this trip. We're going to be gone for 2 months, and we just want to share a love with you. And I was just standing there, and I was actually just crying because our kids, from just as soon as they got together, how they decided fairness for our 4 children was to do rock, paper, scissors. So whether who was going to wash dishes, who was cutting grass, where we slept, what we did when we were on holidays, everything for them was decided through rock, paper, scissors. Now, I would have done a schedule, but this is the thing. For them, that was the fairest way to do it. And to see them with their partners doing rock, paper, scissors, and to see this just, this hubbub in our kitchen of love, this beautiful family we have, 10 people, right? With 4 kids and their partners and us, we're 10 people. It is just beautiful. And it was a moment, it was a snapshot, it was a mosaic of every moment with this family that we had difficulties, that we made choices to choose love over anger, that we chose to choose forgiveness and healing over staying stuck. And it was a beautiful moment. It was a beautiful mosaic that my husband and I just sat on the couch, held onto hands and said, isn't this amazing? So for yourself, for your mosaic, where are you? And can you love every version of yourself, every single version, even the versions that messed up? Love them deeply, wholly, and completely. We have the Ash of Frost Elder Spirit. So what is the spirit, the elder spirit that we're going to be focusing on this month? Elder Salmon. Keep going. So keep going up that river, keep going, keep moving towards. So at any point in time, if you're having some difficulties, if you're not doing balance, just keep going. Forgive yourself, move on. Like, I always think of a metronome. I don't play piano, but if I were to play, I've heard it, that tick, 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 tick. Like every second, we have a new moment to make a different choice. Every second, we have a new moment towards love, forgiveness, towards hope and healing. So keep going on the journey for you, because wherever you at is exactly where you need to be. Don't compare yourself to anybody else. Just keep going from where you're at and love it where you're at, and keep going, keep moving. I'm going to pull from our Magical Spirit Oracle. Here we have Grow Together. Find those who inspire you to bloom. Grow together. Community, connection, reciprocation. And this really ties a lot, I find, in with communicating. Who are we communicating with? Who are these people that we're making sure are on a journey with us? Here we have a whole bunch of fish. Who is coming with us? And do you have that tribe? Do you have those people that you feel connected with? Find them, grow together with them, find the love with them. Our Megan Watterson. This is Megan Watterson's The Sacred Feminine. She just has from all the different beliefs and goddesses, all the beautiful women and the energies that they can bring us, the sacred feminine. So she has for us today, white buffalo calf woman, the prophetess of the sacred way. My heart is a compass. The path of love is true abundance. Ooh, my heart is my compass. The path of love is true abundance. So when you look at scarcity, when you look at love, it's love that's going to show you a way. It's your hand on your heart. So when you're in the hermit and you're figuring out, should I do this? Should I do that? Sit in the seat of your soul. Sit in your heart, because that's how you're going to move forward. Oh, powerful for this month. And guard this new way, this new love. Guard it deeply. So we have our wonderful Kuan Yin, the Bodhisattva. It's like a saint of the Buddhists. She is for love and mercy. Wild Kuan Yin. This is another Alana Fairchild deck. Okay. I just close my eyes. Here we go. So this is what she has, more fish. Interesting. She is saying, good fortune granted. Just as there are physical seasons upon the earth, the soul too goes through its seasons. Spring in the soul heralds a time of birth new ideas, new inspirations, new energy to take action, new life, new connections, and new gifts abound. New life and good fortune are headed your way. Oh, powerful. And when they're new, you need to take care of them. So life is speeding up. There's a lot of new things that are coming, and taking care of them and following them. My beautiful listeners, this is the month of March, the soul messages. I ask you just to take some time. You can rewatch the video different times throughout the month. You can listen and figure out, because you'll see different words, phrases, or images depending on where you are, where you're growing in the month, that will help you. Or whenever you find this in time, because then those messages, I believe, and set the attention that they're meant for you at that time. I just love doing readings with you. Take care, find love for your heart, and until next time, keep leading with your soul.
That wraps up another episode of the Lead with Your Soul podcast. I'm so grateful you chose to spend this time with me. As you navigate your own life transitions, remember to be gentle with yourself and embrace the journey. If you found value in today's episode, please subscribe and share it with others who might benefit. Join me next week for more insights and inspiration. Until next time, keep leading with your soul.